Hi, I'm John Picarello, Chief Leadership Officer here at Lions Pride Leadership Company. And today I want to talk to you about growth. And the thing about growth is you have to have an idea of the area of your life you want to grow. And it's not a simple thing because there are many factors coming into growth. So the first thing I want to look at growth, why it isn't simple, is because growth requires change. And a lot of people don't like to change. Sometimes we get into our comfort zones and we'd like to stay there. But in order to grow, that means you have to get outside that comfort zone. And getting outside the comfort zone means you're in uncharted territory, which requires change. So change is a good thing. When you get comfortable with change, you keep pressing forward. And you'd really want to reach for all of your potential. How far can you go? You really don't know how far you can go unless you're really willing to push the limits. So change is important, but change also brings another aspect to it. Change requires risk. So you're in uncharted territory, you're outside your comfort zone, you haven't gone this way before. So how are you willing to take a risk to grow? A lot of people have a fear of failure. But if you're a leader and you know yourself, you know your skill set, you're very confident in who you are and you stay in your lane, then change just becomes part of the game. And you don't mind the risk because you're weighing the risk and the reward. And the reward, when it comes to personal growth, always far outweighs the risk if you stay in your lane, because you will discover things you didn't know about yourself. You'll be testing yourself. Now, these are where the risks are, because some of us really don't want to know more about ourselves than we already know because we're afraid of what we might discover. But I have found that if you stay in your lane, you know your purpose, the why, as Simon Sinek would say, and you continue to move forward, pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, then the risk is worth the reward. And that's the final part, the reward. You can't have a reward unless you take a risk, because the reward implies there was a competition or there was some kind of resistance. And for instance, if you go to a gym and you're working out, well, if you want the reward of being more physically fit, then you're going to take a risk of pushing the envelope and doing things you haven't done before. And some people don't like the hurt afterwards. But the old saying, it says, no pain, no gain. Well, that's true even in personal growth, but pain of a different sort, not physical pain, but the uncertainty. And you have to be comfortable with that, because you may fail when you first step outside your comfort zone, because you are in uncharted territory. But if you keep the reward of personal growth always in front of you, the payoff is not what you gain. The payoff is who you become. And who you become by growing yourself, that adds a greater reward to the people who are going to be on the receiving end of all you've achieved. So don't be afraid of change. Change is a great thing. So when it comes to change, be comfortable with moving, be comfortable with the uncertainty. Take the risk, because you got your eye on the rewards, and the rewards always far outweigh the risks for lifelong learners who stay in the game, and they're able to stay in the game because they stay in their lane. So don't be afraid of change. I hope this has helped you, and I love bringing this to you. So thank you for spending this few minutes with me. Talk to you next time. Goodbye.